Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat, Sheila. Pwede po tayo mo po. Akala ko po si Sheila, ah, akala ko si Sheila, radio announcer. Yung pala, engineer. Lalo yata akong natakot. Ah, Maganda nga po sa inyo lahat. Actually, napakahirap po itong aking assignment ngayong hapon na to. At unang-una, napakahirap pong maghanap ng panahon sa Kapaskuhan na mag-ikot sa Maynila, sa Kamaynilaan, dahil napaka-traffic. Pangalawa, napakahirap po yung topic na binigay ninyo sa akin. Totoo po yan. Dahil when I was preparing for this presentation, it's so difficult to speak about kindness and compassion without taking that from within the core of one's being. Andali yung gumawa ng academic paper on kindness and compassion. Madali yung mag-research niyan. But I thought what I should share with you should come from the heart. And once it comes from the heart, then we realize this very heart, which is the birthplace of kindness and compassion, is the same heart that gives rise to harshness, cruelty, and meanness. And you cannot help but re-experience that struggle as you go through it. So, I will do the next best thing. Hindi po ako magbibigay ng speech o exposition about kindness and compassion. Because like freedom, kindness is best understood and experienced in front of people who show kindness, or the reverse. Those who are mataray, masakit magsalita, mga nagbibigay sa atin ng problema, they also show us the reverse side of kindness. But to start with, I will tell you why I accepted the invitation in the first place. I really accepted the invitation to return to UMak because I wanted to return the kindness of UMak, which you showed to DepEd very early on when nobody believed in K-12. Gusto ko lang pong bumalik para magpasalamat sa inyo dahil para yung si Maria at si Jose na naghahanap ng lugar para sila ay bigyan ng bubong. Nung panahon pong yon na hindi pa uso yung K-12 at lahat po ay bumabati ko sa amin at wala pong pumapansin sa DepEd na mga universities. Isa lang naman po ang nagbukas ng pinto sa DepEd. No? At totoo po yun, alam po nyo yan sa inyong kasaysayan, and not even the top universities believed in the reform. UMak was the first when it was not yet in fashion. When I go around the Philippines today, I see all of these private universities, HEIs, other SUCs, nakalagay po sa kanila, K-12 ready. Ngayon na po yan, 5 years after. But I come back today to thank you sincerely for opening the doors of the University of Makati to a reform that at that time nobody believed in. And in my mind, that is an act of courage and kindness. Maligayang Pasko po sa inyong lahat. Compassion is a big term. And sometimes people are afraid of big terms. Thank you for putting that big term in a small word, kindness. Forget about compassion. Just think about kindness. Kabaitan, maamong kalooban, kabutihan. Yun lang naman yun. Wala namang malaking bagay doon. No? But, I'd like you, first of all, to listen to a 10-year-old, problema lang American, who talked about kindness. Baka napanood nyo na to sa YouTube. Pero maganda namang panoorin uli. Pakinggan, alisin yung American twang, pakinggan sa puso, and maybe understand what kindness is all about and the simplicity of kindness. Tananan.
Henry James, an American writer, once said, 3 things in human life are important. The first, to be kind. The second, to be kind. And the third, yes, to be kind. I share these words with you because they explain my one wish for America. Anyone can wish. I mean, I can easily wish for that A+ on my spelling test. But if I don't do the work, I can't get the A. I can wish for America to find a cure for cancer. And I can also wish for peace. But I mean, I'm only 10. I would love to do these things, but I can't. Well, maybe someday I can. But for now, there are things that I can do. And one of them is to be kind. Bullying is when a person hurts another person by saying mean words or using actions to physically hurt someone else. There are words for these types of bullying: emotional bullying, physical bullying, and cyberbullying. Did you know 1 out of 10 students drop out of school because of repeated bullying? And that 3.2 million students each year are victims of bullying. This is so sad. But you know what? We can all change this, but only if we can all be kind. There are little things that we can all do. We can all be kind. Anybody can be kind to anyone. You can be kind to, well, not just your best friend, not just your neighbor, but a total stranger. All you have to do to be kind, just smile. That's it. Kindness is simple. You could smile at someone at a store. That could make their day. And chances are, they'll smile back. That could make you feel good too. Kindness can change someone's life. For example, if there's a student walking around with no one at recess, they could get teased. They could get bullied for having no friends. They could turn out to be one of the victims of bullying who drop out of school. But think, the next time you see that person, you go and talk to them.
Ang galing nung 10-year-old American. The question for you and me is, what is your dream for the Philippines? And where does kindness come in? I'll share from a personal experience. Pasensya na po kayo kung medyo halo-halo. But I will share 10 experiences in DepEd with some side stories about kindness and maybe a little bit about meanness to be able to focus on what compassion and kindness is all about. No? Real people who have showed me what kindness is all about. Nung bago po ako sa DepEd, dahil ako'y galing sa pribadong sektor, aaminin ko yung aking pong pagtingin sa public schools ay mababa. Dahil kalimitan naman nung alam ko, come from public perception. And yung sinasabi nila na DepEd, teacher, nagtitinda yan ng longganisa. O kaya, superintendent, ang tawag nga po natin, superintendent. Mga 5 taon ko po yung bago na bago yung superintendent. Sabi ko, hindi ba dapat superintendent? Hindi daw, super. Ang tingin ko po, basta na nagsisilbi galing sa gobyerno, sila yung boss at yung lalapit, sila yung nanghihingi ng pakiusap. No? Ito po yung pinanggalingan ko nung pumunta ako sa DepEd. Kaya nung unang taon ko po sa DepEd, sabi ko, kailangan ko makilala ang tunay na DepEd. Hindi yung nababasa sa dyaryo, hindi yung galing sa public perception, pero yung tunay na tao na nasa sa baba. Kaya simula po noon, I put it in my schedule that I visit unannounced schools all over the country. No? At pinagbawal ko po ang tarpaulin. Hindi ko po sinasabi kung kailan ako pupunta para hindi nila alam at hindi sila makapaghanda. At ito po yung 10 tao na nakilala ko na nagturo sa akin ng kabutihan. Number 1. Si Teacher Randy, na-meet ko na po ito a little later. Bata pa po siyang teacher. Sa DepEd ho, pagka batang teacher, yung bagong hire, ipinapadala namin sa pinakamalayong school. Kaya, habang tumatanda ka, mula doon sa bundok, lumalapit ka na sa poblasyon. Diba? Pag medyo nagmi-middle age ka na, lumalapit ka na sa kabayanan, may kuryente na doon. Diba? Yung mga teacher na bago, pagka dalaga, sumasakay ho yan sa habal-habal. At pagsakay po niyan sa habal-habal, yumayakap po yan doon sa driver. Pagkatapos po ng ilang buwan, asawa na siya ng driver. Ang hindi alam ni teacher, yung motorsiklo, nakautang yon. Dahil mag-asawa na sila, at yung si teacher ang may sweldo, siya ang magbabayad ng motorsiklo. Nakakatawa ko yan dahil that's part of the kindness lesson. Di ba? Na tinatanong ko, bakit nyo naman ipinapadala yung pinakabatang teacher sa pinakamalayo? Para daw masanay. So, kalimitan po ng request na pumunta sa akin ay, brother, doon ho ako sa malayong malayo. Pwede ho bang ilipat ako doon sa bayan? Except Randy. Ito po si Randy, hindi po siya nag-request. Naka 3 taon na, usually hindi po nakakaabot ng more than 3 years, nag-request na sila. Kakaiba ito si Randy. Talagang doon siya sa pinakadulo nagpa-assign. No? At doon po siya sa Matigsalog tribe. Doon sa Pengalongan Elementary School. Wala pong kuryente, walang tubig. Meron pa pong isa, kabatch niya, si William. Ngayon, naging principal na yan. Pareho si Randy at saka si William, ang kakaibang guro na on their own, ask that they be assigned to the farthest. But that is not all. Si Randy, pagka siya po ay pumupunta doon, nagtatayo siya mismo kasama ng mga tribo, ng mga classroom, at inaayos niya yung eskwelahan. Kahit wala pang supervisor na nakakabisita doon. Ito naman si William, mas enterprising. Yung kanyang assignment ay sa Gensan. Ay dahil walang tubig, tinuruan niya po yung barangay na gumawa ng isang water reservoir. Hindi po siya engineer. Naisip lang niya, ang daming ulan sa buong taon. Pero bakit pag tag-init, wala na tayong tubig? Bakit hindi natin i-imbak ang tubig pag tag-ulan? So, dahil walang budget po ang DepEd doon, kinuusap niya yung barangay, gumawa sila ng water reservoir. Mula doon sa bundok, papunta dun sa school. Dahil marami po yung tubig na naimbak nila, after a while, yung barangay pumupunta sa school para umigib ng tubig. At dahil meron pong palapag yung tubig kung saan yung reservoir papunta sa school, nag-research ulit si William, sabi niya, di ba yung tubig na umaagos, pwedeng kuhanan ng electricity yan? Hindi po siya engineer. Pero nagbasa-basa siya, nag-aral, gumawa siya po ng isang maliit na micro-hydro plant. Yung eskwelahan na po niya ngayon, meron ng tubig, meron pang kuryente. At dahil sobra-sobra yung kuryente doon sa eskwelahan, dahil kukunti na naman yung estudyante, sa gabi, yung nag-charge ng cellphone, pupunta po sila sa school. I thought kindness is about going to the periphery. Yung kabutihan na nagtutulak sa atin, wag lang tayo dito sa ating comfort zone. Paminsan-minsan, maganda, piliin natin yung mas malayo kaysa sa yung convenient at mas malapit. No? Ang dalawa pong teacher na to, si Randy at saka si Principal William, are both awardees. No? Si Randy was a Ramon Magsaysay Emergent Leadership awardee. I think 2 years ago. No? One of the first teachers who got a Ramon Magsaysay Award. Si William po naman was recognized by Thailand by the Maha Chakri, with the Maha Chakri Award. No? But the awards mean nothing, at least to me, because what is more important is the lesson of kindness. No? That kindness is really going out of one's way and sometimes going to the periphery, where a little goodness means so much to little people. Nagka-problema lang po ako. Dahil napakagaling po si William po, principal na ngayon eh. Principal William. We wanted to promote him. Sa DepEd po, pag ipo-promote ka mula sa small school, promotion means ibibigay ka sa malaking school. Alam mo niyo sabi sa akin ni Principal William, brother, pwede bang i-promote mo ako pero sa small school pa rin? Sabi ko, alam mo, yung iba nagpapapromote, nagtatampo pagka ang ibibigay mo sa kanila small school. Gusto nila big. Si William kakaiba. Sabi niya, wag na po ako niyong i-promote. I've never heard in DepEd anyone who said, wag na po ninyo ako i-promote. Kasi napamahal na po sa akin itong maliit na community na to. I thought he taught me what kindness is all about. Number 2. Baka yung iba sa inyo na nag-YouTube o kaya yung TED Talks, is i-Google search na lang po nyo, Sab on Kinko. Yan. Ang kwento naman ni Sab, at kasama po yan dun sa kanyang TED Talk sa Ateneo, bagong teacher, bata, pinaaral ng tatay niya who is a public servant. Pinag-ipunan, dadalwa lang sila para makakuha ng isang magandang education sa college. No? Pagkatapos niyang matapos sa Ateneo, nagpaalam sa tatay niya, sabi, Tay, magtatrabaho na ako. So ang isip ni tatay, sa Makati, at kukuha sa isang malaking sweldo. Sabi ni Sab, hindi, gusto ko po magturo sa public school. Ang kwento po ni Sab is a story of going outside of the usual, the less traveled road, because she wanted to experience kindness in a setting that is not her own. Noong tinanong po siya ng tatay niya, kinuwento niya ito sa TED Talks tinanong siya ng tatay niya, Sab, ang laki ng nagastos ko para paaralin ka sa Ateneo. Mahal ho kasi ang sweldo, ang tuition sa Ateneo. Sa Lasal ho, mas mura. Sabi ng tatay niya, ano ba naman ang return on investment sa aking puhunan sa'yo? Hindi daw po nakasagot si Sab noon. Hanggang ngayon po, nagtuturo pa si Sab sa Kulyat Elementary School sa Quezon City. Yan po yung kanyang uniform ng DepEd. At nung mag-talk siya sa Ateneo, sabi niya, sinadya kong isuot ang uniform ng public school dahil proud ako dito. I felt a tinge in my heart when I heard her. Kasi kakaiba ho yun. Biro nyo, kung halimbawa marinig ni Dolly Browner, ang isa sa inyo, ini-interview sa radyo, DZMM, at sasabihin nyo, proud ako na ako'y taga-UMak. Iba po yun di ba? Pagka galing sa puso, hindi galing sa ilong. Si Sabs said that, no? And yung kwento niya, lahat ng mga estudyante niya, sinasamahan niya, hanggang meron siyang isang estudyante na bata, dinala daw niya sa Ateneo, nakakita for the first time, kasi sa public school, puro siksikan sa Maynila. Nila sa Ateneo, ang laki ng campus, malaki yung oval, takbo daw ng takbo itong estudyante niya. At sinabi daw niya, alam mo, pag mag-aral ka na mabuti, pwede ka rin pumasok sa eskwelahang ganitong kalaki. That student of Sabs did very well in his elementary. She referred him and helped him get past an exam in Ateneo. He is now studying in Ateneo. Nung nagtutalk siya, inakbayan niya yung kanyang estudyante dati sa Kulyat Elementary School at sinabi niya sa kanyang tatay in front of all the mayayabang na Atenista. Sabi niya, Dad, siya yung iyong return on investment. Hindi po nakapagsalita yung tatay niya kasi umiiyak siya nun. A person like Sabs teach us that kindness sometimes brings us outside of the usual path. And in so doing, sometimes we have to go against the will, the traditional understanding of pinaaral kita, kailangan ibalik mo yan. No? And in the process, change the mindset even of those who think the traditional way. Hanggang ngayon po, si Sabs, nagtuturo pa rin sa public school. And she is still a very proud teacher. Very few of those who come from the big schools have the kindness to go to a public school. Story number 3. Ang ganda ho ng tawa niya. Tawan-tawa po ako dito kay Teacher Fe. Kasi, ito naman, kalimitan, ewan ko kung nangyayari sa UMak yan, kung teacher ka, yung veterano na, namimili na ng klase na tuturuan. Nung panapanahon pa ho nung kabataan pa ho ni Teacher Fe, yung DepEd po noon, kalimitan ng school, may honors class. Homogeneous, tapos, ano po yun? By grade, ano yun? Yung pinakamatatalino at pinakamababait nun sa A. Hanggang sa pinakadulo, Z. Yun na yung pinakabobo, pinakapasaway. Lahat po ng teacher, halos lahat, kahit yung mababait, nagpapacute yan para makuha niya yung honors class. Except Teacher Fe. Teacher Fe asked that she be assigned to the lowest class. Pero hindi siya masungit. Tinan niyo yung smile niya. I do not know where her joy comes from in making that choice. Ang pinili niya po, yung mga special class for non-readers and low achievers. And she comes out of her class every single day exactly with that smile. In my mind, what kindness takes a teacher to do something more difficult and get out of that experience with a big smile. Ang hirap po niyan. Hindi pa po nakontento si Teacher Fe doon sa lowest class. Nalaman ko lang recently, hindi ko nga alam na ginagawa niya yun. Recently, after class, nagvo-volunteer pa siya. Hindi kagaya ng ibang teacher, nagvo-volunteer siya to stay in school, and then she teaches yung, sa amin po, yung alternative learning system. Nag-AALS po siya. At yung mga bata na ayaw yung inireject na ng ibang teacher na mababait. Sabi niya, hindi, dito ka. Tuturuan pa rin kita. Sa DepEd ho, wala nang overtime pay yung ganon. Wala na ring service credit yon kasi hindi naman klase. Informal na lang yon. Mula sa puso na lang ho yun. But, yung ibang teacher namin, bigyan mo ng konting trabaho, sasabihin, service credit. Bigyan mo ng overload pay. Meron kaming teacher, kung saan nanggaling si Dali, humingi ng hazard pay. Kasi daw, sabi ko, bakit nasa NCR kayo? Bakit hazard pay? Kasi po, palagi po kami binabagyo. Ay, buong Pilipinas binabagyo. Sabi ko, bakit kayo humingi ng hazard pay? But teacher Fe is different. Hindi pa po nakontento si Fe doon sa ALS. Doon po sa kanya pinagtuturuan na school, malapit po sa isang bridge. At siguro naman alam niyo dahil may mga ganyang community dito sa Makati, yung pala, sa ilalim ng malalaking tulay natin, pag pumunta ka pala sa ilalim, meron pala dong mga pamilya na parang mga hanging coffin na sa ilalim mismo ng bridge. Na doon na sila nakatira. Gumawa po si Teacher Fe ng isang programa na siya lang ang nag-isip, likhang isip niya. Ang tawag niya, ILD2, Education Under the Bridge. Kasi dinadaanan po niya yun, pauwi. So, ang ginawa niya, bago siya umuwi sa bahay, pumupunta po siya dun sa under the bridge at nagtuturo siya dun sa mga bata na ayaw pumunta dun sa eskwelahan. Si Teacher Fe taught me that kindness also means choosing those who are not chosen. Parang namamalengke kayo ng mangga, di ba? Pag na-late na kayo, yung basket ng mangga, inaamoy po yun eh. O, yung mas masarap, mas mabango, nabibili na yun sa umaaga. Pag na-late kayo, yung pinagpilian, yun na lang ang tira. Si Teacher Fe hindi nakikipila dun sa maaga. Hinihintay niya lahat na mapili at yung natitira, yun yung kanya. I can't imagine myself doing that. And that's why Teacher Fe and what she does today touches me very much. Story number 4. Alam naman ninyo, hanggang ngayon, ang Pilipinas, pinaka-favorite ng bagyo, at ng earthquake, at ng volcanoes, at ng tsunami. Parang lahat na po yata ng naisipang kalamidad sa mundo, bumibisita sa Pilipinas. Kaya sanay na rin tayo sa bagyo. Minsan, we're already callous about it. Kagaya ngayon, Nona, tapos may dadating pang Unyok, parang okay lang yan, pwede pa rin tayo magpasko. Sanay na tayo, di ba? Pero ito pong si Teresita tsaka si Telma, teacher po namin yan sa G1 Central School. Nung dumating po si Super Typhoon Yolanda, talagang 3 days after, I tried to go around our schools, including in G1. Talagang wala pong poste na nakatayo dahil po lahat ay nakadapa. Talagang the worst typhoon to ever hit us left almost nothing in at least in the public schools that I visited. No? Pero alam naman yung mga Pilipino, in the worst disaster, we rise like cockroaches. Di ba? Parang yung mga ipis, hindi yan nakukuha hindi yan natitinag. But better than cockroaches, Filipinos rise. Tingnan po nyo this is a picture during that calamity. Hindi ko naman pinapost, picture, smile, cheese. Hindi po. Natural, spontaneous smile in the middle of a typhoon. Ewan ko kung kaya nyo yan. Kaya nyo ba yan? Sa kalagitnaan ng kalamidad, you can still give a sweet smile. Ang alam mo yung ginawa ni Teresita at ni Telma, parehong teacher ho yan. Pumasok po sila sa Giwan Elementary School. Si principal, hindi po nakapunta. They could have said, sige, hintayin namin si principal. Wala pa naman si leader eh. Their friendship, they found each other in Giwan Elementary School. They started, the first thing they did was to embrace all the students who went to the school to seek a sanctuary as an evacuation center. At dahil hindi pa po dumadating yung sarado po lahat ng mga kalye, wala pa yung pagkain, whatever they could gather, they tried to comfort the students and the families who were there. No? And after things have dried up, they started on their own. Dalawang babae lang yan. Walang martilyo, walang alam sa construction. They put up makeshift classrooms. And they started giving the students debriefing so that they can care for them. No? I don't know if you understand that the best and the easiest way of showing kindness is through your smile. I-practice nga niyo po. Tingnan ko nga kung sino ang pinaka-sweet looking. Alam niyo po, if you have a nice smile, you can win 1 million pesos. I'm serious. Kasi sa DepEd po, we are co-partners in the Happiest Pinoy Contest. Kung hindi pa po nyo alam yan, yung ukaw na unahang Happiest Pinoy was a DepEd teacher. At I think she got 1 million pesos. But all foreigners I meet tell me that the best smile comes from Filipinos. You have to prove that. Sabi niya, nung nasa Bali kami, this is a UN official who were taking care of refugees after the Bali calamity. Magkukuha sila ng picture, lahat daw ng mga bata, umiiyak, malungkot, pati matatanda. Pagpunta niya sa Yolanda, kung kinukuha pa lang daw niya yung camera niya, yung mga bata daw at matatanda, smile na kaagad. Hindi pa siya kumukuha ng picture niya, na. So, pinakita niya sa akin, lahat ng picture niya sa Bali. Pinakita niya sa akin, lahat ng picture niya sa Yolanda. Sabi niya, brother, do you notice anything? The Filipinos smile through every disaster. That's how resilient you are. No? And I realized that in DepEd. If there's anything you can do this Christmas, pag wala po kayong maririgalo mamaya, pag nag-party kayo, pag nakalimutan ninyo ang inyong Christmas gift, pag meron po kayong inaanak na nakalimutan ninyo na ang pangalan dahil naka5 taon na hindi kayo nagbibigay ng regalo, mag-smile naman kayo. Ha? Yun na yung papasko ninyo sa kanila. Pero, That may sound very simple, but when UMak starts your classes and offices every morning, there is a big difference between those who are kind and those who are unkind. Meron ho ba kayo ditong hidden camera sa gate? Yeah, madali pong kumuha ng isang survey dito eh. Unknown. Anong percentage of UMak teachers and employees enter the campus with a smile? At ilan dito ang pumapasok pa lang maasim na ang mukha? Naalala ko po yung isang brother sa aming community. Pag nakakasalubong po yan sa corridor and you greet him, "Good morning, brother," he says, "What's good about the morning?" Iba po yung, if you wake up every morning, maybe the first conscious thing you should do is tell yourself, I intend to be kind today, beginning with myself. And I will do that by first smiling to myself in the mirror. Siguro kaya yung mga babae, mas maganda ang disposition kasi pag nagme-makeup daw po sila, pagkalagay ng lipstick, mag-smile, iti-try kung may pula ang ngipin. Di ba? That makes your day. Anyway, my story number 5, hindi po ito yung tunay na teacher. Representation ho lang yan. Kasi hindi ko ho siya nakuna ng picture. Sa Yolanda rin po ito. Pumunta po ako sa isang school, lahat bagsak. Si teacher, naka-duster. Pagtingin ko po sa kanyang kaliwang paa, kulay blue ang tsinelas. Yung sa kanan, kulay dilaw. Tinanong ko po siya, I was trying to cheer her up. Sabi ko, "Ma'am, ang galing nyo naman. Nauna pa kayo kay principal sa school natin." Sabi niya, "Opo, kasi malapit lang yung bahay namin, brother," sabi niya. Sabi ko, "Saan yung bahay nyo?" "Doon po dati." "Bakit dati?" Sabi niya, "Kasi po, na-wash out yung bahay ko." Lahat po. Bubong, kalan, pati nga po yung uniform ko. Kaya pasensya na po kayo, naka-duster lang ako. Wala na nga akong tsinelas eh. Napulot ko lang po itong 2 pares na to, hindi nga pares, sabi niya. So I looked at her, and I noticed that everything was calamity, has a stamp of the calamity Yolanda, except when I looked at her lips. She had the reddest lipstick and a big smile. So I tried to comfort her. Sabi ko, "Ma'am, galing nyo naman. Naano yung bahay nyo, pati uniform nyo nawala. Pero hindi nyo nakalimutan yung lipstick. Hindi nawala yung lipstick." I looked at her, and she looked at me. And for 30 seconds, she was serious. And she told me, "Brother, if I do not put this lipstick, my students, sa Pilipino, yung mga estudyante ko, hindi malalaman na bumabalik na tayo sa normality. Gusto ko pong ipaalam sa kanila na kahit tayo ganito, kahit nawala na ang lahat, pwede pa tayong bumangon." And she was correct. The students who gathered around her knew that the strength of this teacher who lost everything was part of what the lesson that she was sharing with them on that first day when there were no books except the lessons of life. From that time on, I pledged I will collect lipstick and makeup for every teacher who goes through such a disaster. Ang dami ko pong nakuha, boxes and boxes of Avon, L'Oreal, ano pa nga ba yun? Max, hindi ko po alam kung ano yung mga yun. So, for the first time, yung cosmetic companies felt a reason for being after a disaster. Ang dami po nag-donate sa DepEd. Kaya sabi nila, mabuti na lang, ngayon po, relevant kami. Kasi nung mga nakalipas pong disaster, ang kinokolekta ay pagkain, kumot, damit. Wala naman po kaming maibigay. So, nung humingi ako sa kanila, boxes and boxes. Akala ko, mura lang yung lipstick. Meron pala lipstick na 600, 700. Kaya itong mga teacher na naka-lipstick, marami kayong matitipid kung di kayo magli-lipstick. But, alam po nyo, akala ko, joke ko lang yon. But since I got the donations, nung umikot po ako, talaga namigay ako ng lipstick. Pa isa-isa, no? I never imagined that for a woman, for a lady, lipstick means so much. Especially during a disaster. Kaya nag-research din po ako. Ano ba yan? Psychological lang ba yan? And then I realized that the color red is important in our psyche. Kaya yung mga nakapula, kaya pala ang McDonald's kulay pula. Lahat ng mga marketing, pula yun eh. Do you know that during the Great Depression in the United States, that was the time that they invented Santa Claus. I-research po ninyo. Santa Claus is a creation during the time of the Great Depression. And the highest increase in lipstick sales was during the Great Depression. I realized, at least for women, a way of recovering and a way of showing kindness, bigyan nyo sila ng lipstick. Yung mga lalaki rito, intindi nyo yan. Nagtanong-tanong ako sa ibang mga babae, second daw sa lipstick. Bigyan nyo sila ng budget para magpaspa. Hair, manicure, pedicure. Kaya kung may kaaway po kayong asawa ninyo, pagdating sa bahay, masungit, madaldal, hindi kayo pinagluluto, sabihin nyo, honey, may regalo ako sa inyo. But I think this is part of human relations. And only to the point that kindness can take many forms, including something as simple as lipstick giving. Ang problema ko lang po, nung nagdi-distribute na ako ng lipstick sa babae, nag-complain naman yung mga lalaking teacher. Ay ko, alam ka naman bigyan ko kayo ng lipstick. Naghahanap pa po ako kung ano ang pampalubag loob sa mga lalaki. Ano? Eyeliner? Okay. Story number 6. Nako, ito. Pasensya na kayo, puro Yolanda na to. The kindest people I have met are not from Manila. Kasi pag meron po akong panahon, halimbawa after Christmas, let's say 5 days, ang gusto ko pong gawin, mag-drive kahit saang sulok ng Pilipinas na may dala lang mapa na walang plano, kung saan tayo dadalhin ni Batman, doon tayo tutulog, ganyan. Minsan, naglalakad po ako sa Pilapil, sa may Banawe. Yung Pilapil, manipis. Medyo nagbabala-balansi pa ako doon. Meron po akong nakitang pasalubong na isang medyo matandang babae na may dalang basket sa kanyang ulo. So, hindi ko po alam, sabi ko, anong gagawin ko? Pag nagsalubong kami, pag bumaba ako dun sa putikan, hindi ko alam kung makakaakyat pa ako. Kasi malalim po yung putik dun sa field. Nung papalapit na kami, the old lady stepped down, jumped actually, to the field, brought her basket, put it on the pilapil, and she said to me in English, "Go ahead." Sabi ko, "Bah, yabang nito ni Lola." Sabi ko sa kanya, sa Tagalog, pasensya na po. Marami pong salamat. She looked at me and she said, "No worries. I'm accustomed to this." I realized the old people, especially sa mountain province, that area, they speak the best English. But they also have a big heart. An old lady giving way to someone as young as me. And doing that because she felt I was the stranger and she was somebody from there. No? Pero balik po tayo kay Teacher Aida. Hindi rin po ito yung kanyang picture na tunay kasi nung panahong yon, I had no heart to take her picture. Pumunta po ako doon sa regional office namin sa Tacloban. Sa kalagitnaan ng bagyo, ano po ito evacuation center. Meron pong isang nag-evacuate, buntis, kasalukuyang nanganganak. Nanganganak, walang tubig, walang kuryente. So yung mga evacuees dun sa regional center, basta kung ano makuha nilang mga karton-karton na dry, they try to help her. Tapos nung naglinis-inis kami ng konti, sabi po nung mga DepEd teacher sa akin, "Brother, kain muna tayo." Sabi ko, "Anong kakainin natin dito? Wala pang dumadating na relief goods ang DSWD." Hindi, nakapagluto na po si Aida. Binigyan po kami ni Aida ng napakainit at masarap na lugaw. At sa kalagitnaan ng aking pagkain ng lugaw, tinanong ko si Aida, "Ang galing mo naman. Nakahanap ka pa ng panluto at iluluto na lugaw. Pinakain mo kami. Imbis na kami magdala ng pagkain para sa'yo." Sabi niya, "Ito na lang po yung aking magagawa para matulungan yung mga nasalanta sa bagyo." So tinanong ko siya. Sabi ko, "Upo ka dito, kain tayo." Sabi ko sa kanya, "Kumusta naman ang pamilya mo?" Habang siya naghahalo ng kanyang lugaw, sabi niya sa akin, "Yun nga po mabuti na lang yung aking 3 anak, okay naman po sila. Pero yung asawa ko po, sa kausawang palad, nalunod po." Hindi ko na makain yung lugaw na nasa sa kutsara. Kasi she was doing it like matter-of-factly. So I tried to enter into her experience and I said, So Aida, nasa na yung asawa mo?" Doon po sa may town hall, meron pong lahat po ng mga patay na hindi pa po mailibing dahil nga umuulan po at wala baha pa po. Nandun po sa isang kwarto at patong-patong po sila. Hindi ko na po naubos yung aking lugaw. I was so touched by Aida, who in the midst of her mourning was there to serve us. I had no heart to eat my lugaw. I contrast that with, alam mo niyo, marami din ako napuntahan ng yung mga namatayan. Ibang-ibang klase po yung mga namatayan, di ba? Merong namatayan, sumisigaw. Kaaway yung buong mundo. Minumura ang lahat ng makita. Meron pong namatayan na ang luha ay luha crocodile, di ba? May mga namatayan na nagtatago, ayaw ipakita yung kanilang kalungkutan, kaya bigla na lang nagko-collapse, di ba? But it's rare that you find a woman of kindness who is able to go out of herself in a moment of grief to serve someone else. No? Sometimes it takes a lot of kindness to do that, no? Even in the midst of mourning. 3 na lang po. Story number 7. Ito. Ibang klase ho ito. Hindi na to calamity. Ano na po to? Crisis. Nabasa ho nyo to. Sa aming Pangasinan National High School. Ito po yung dito secret. Yung aming pong teachers, maraming utang. At saka yung ATM nila, captured. Ang nangyari po dito, yung mga nagpapautang dito sa area na to, ang investor, mga pulis. At yung kanilang mga taga-ikot ay mga teacher. So, umiikot po sa mga schools yan. Dito sa school na to, yung ibang mga teacher, hindi na nagbabayad. So, medyo itong isang pulis, na siya siguro yung head noong area na yon, medyo nag-flip na. Pumasok sa school, may dalang baril, balitaan nyo yan, at namaril. Kung sino makita niya, binabaril niya. Ilan ba yun? 4, 5 na ho yata yung nabaril niya. May namatay, merong nadala sa ospital. Ang last na pinasok niya ay ang classroom, parang 4:30 yata yun ng hapon, ni Teacher Evangeline. Si Teacher Evangeline nandun sa klase niya, at nandun yung kanyang, I think, grade 9 students, babae at lalaki. Last class in the afternoon. Pumasok si gunman. Pumunta. Igina niya yung baril. At dumukot sa kanyang bulsa ng isang bomba. Inilapag niya sa ibabaw ng teacher's table. Si Teacher Evangeline nandun sa harap ng blackboard, in front of her class, dun sa table kung saan nandun yung granada. You know what Teacher Evangeline did? She sat down. Kunyari, hindi daw siya natatakot. At kinausap niya si gunman. Sabi ko, ano sinabi mo? Tinanong daw niya, Sir, bakit po niyo ginagawa ito? Kunyari daw, nagtatanong siya sa kanyang mga estudyante. Sumagot daw si gunman na nagalit. Sabi niya, Sir, may mga pangarap din po ang mga batang ito. Hayaan niyo nang lumabas sila, tayong dalawa na lang po yung mag-usap. Kalmadong-kalmado siya. Galit pa rin si gunman. Bumalik si Evangeline, sabi niya, Sir, sana yung mga pangarap ng mga batang ito, wala naman po yung kamuwang-muwang, wag naman po sanang masira. On her third statement, the gunman put down his gun, looked at Vanji, and said, alam mo, yung meron din akong anak, may mga pangarap din yun. And then, they started the conversation. Si Vanji calmed this gunman down, and in 10 minutes, that was just the time the other police needed to come to that classroom. They actually, they did not have to overpower him because by the time they arrived, siya mismo ang sumuko na sa kanyang kapwa police. I look back at this and I tell myself, kayo ba, have you ever had an experience where you showed kindness to someone who is angry? Yung boss nyo, sinisigawan kayo, Tapos kayo mag-smile lang, inyo, yes ma'am. Sisigaw uli sa inyo. Kayo, smile lang. Di ba ang sarap pong lumaban kapag yung kausap natin ay masungit, mataray. But I realized, at least in the life of Teacher Vanji, sometimes our kindness changes the reaction of the other. I think that's the ultimate kindness that we can ever show. It's easy to be kind to people who are kind. It's a little a little more difficult to be kind to those who are indifferent. But to those who are mad, it takes heroic kindness to show them kindness. But try it. Sometimes, that kindness will melt the gunman's heart. Pag kayo po ay nasa road rage at minumura nyo yung nasa harap ninyo at lumabas siya sa kotse na sumisigaw, try smiling. It might work. Di ba? Number 8. Ito, one of my first experiences sa DepEd. Mga 6 months pa lang ko yata ako noon. First crisis, merong hindi naman gunman, nag-amok, may dalang kutsilyo sa Zamboanga City, Talisayan Elementary School. Medyo may tornilyong nasira. Pupunta palagi sa school. Pero this time, siguro nag-flip. Basta kung sino makita niya, sinasaksak niya. May isa pong teacher na nasaksak, namatay. Meron pong isang student, kinder, na parang only child. Nung mag-asawa na parang 3-4 na taon na hindi nagkakaanak, finally nagbuntis. Kinder, napakalungkot. And then thirdly, isang grandfather who was there na susundo, cross the path. Lahat ng teacher namin na parang 6 po yung nasaksak eh. Nagtataka ako nung police investigation. Sabi ko, bakit ang saksak nila nitong mga teacher ay puro sa likod? And then I realized that as the man in amok was going around, yung palang mga teachers namin, ginather yung mga estudyante. Doon sa DepEd po, bawat classroom may maliit na CR. Pinapasok yung mga estudyante sa CR, embraced the students, put their body on the door, and they became the shield between the knife of the gunman and the students. Ito po si Teacher Lorna is a new teacher. Less than 1 year. She is a Muslim. One of the first Muslims who was able to get into this school, this particular school, sa Talisayan. In her family of parang 7 or 8, she is the first. Kauna-unahan nakagraduate ng college. Kaya yung mga pamilya po niya, yung buong barangay, proud na proud kay Teacher Lorna. She was the only teacher who died. The others were hospitalized and recovered. She died, and nung binisita ko po, na siya, nalibing na kasi mga Muslim, within 24 hours dapat nalibing na. So, hindi naman po ako marunong magsalita ng kanilang lengguwahe. So may translator ako at sinasabi ko, ito daw lang yung nakatapos sa kanila. Paano na nga daw yung mga kapatid na si Lorna yung nagpapaaral. And then I found out that Lorna also, during the last elections, was being bribed, malapit na pong election, being bribed by a local politician. Dahil kasama po siya dun sa canvasser. At binibigyan daw siya ng envelope. Sabi daw ni Teacher Lorna, ay, hindi ko po matatanggap yan. Dahil ako ay isang teacher. I was so proud to hear that statement coming from a new teacher and a Muslim teacher. And I said, kindness is not the monopoly of Christians. Even at this time when Trump calls Muslims dangerous people, I will go to Trump and tell him that is not my experience of Muslims in the Philippines. The kindest hearts, the kindest souls I have met among the Muslim communities. Last na to. Ito naman, ang tawag ko po dyan, wala po yung mukha. I call them Magnificent 13. Maraming po akong kwento ng Mindanao. Ito naman sa Cotabato, sa Midsayap. Nabalitaan din po ninyo to. Na yung BI, inatake, kinordon off po nila yung isang school namin dyan. Sa Midsayap. At pumunta po sila ng isang umaga, pilit nilang kunin ay ang mga Christian teachers. This Midsayap is a Muslim community. May isang school, lahat po ng mga estudyante ay Muslim. Pero karamihan po, kasi wala pa po nakaka-graduate sa college, yung mga teachers, karamihan ay Christians, except for one or two. Actually, except for one. Na bagong-bagong teacher. Yung mga Muslim na pamilya, dahil napamahal na sa kanila yung mga Christian teachers, noong dumating po yung mga kidnappers, alam po niyo ang ginawa nila? Pumunta po sila sa bahay nila, nagpuslit ng malong, at saka ng mga damit Muslim. Pinasuot po nila ng mga malong lahat ng mga Kristiyanong teacher. Kasi nung pinapaupo, para magmukha silang Muslim. Kaya lang, di ba, ang ginagawa po nila dyan, anong religion mo? Muslim. Magdasal ka nga. Ama namin, sumasalangit ka. Huli ka! Okay. Next time, tuturuan po namin magdasal ng Allahu Akbar. Habang sila'y nandun, yung mga pamilya talagang inikutan yung mga teachers po namin at ayaw po silang pakawalan. Anyway, insistent yung mga BI. Inisa-isa po sila. Kinuha lahat yung 12 teachers po namin na Kristiyano. Pinapila sila. Actually, yung pang-13 is the newest Muslim teacher sa school na yan. The only one. Nung makita po siya, pinakabata na naka-veil, sabi nung BI, okay, wag ka na kasama. Itong 12 lang. Sabi po ni Muslim teacher, hindi. Kung saan mo sila dadalhin, sasama ako. Kasi co-teacher ako nila. Dinala po sila sa bangka. At dadalhin sila dun sa marshland. Marami po dong mga crocodile. Doon talaga dinadala yung mga teachers. Narinig po ito ng mga barangay. Tumakbo po lahat ng mga barangay officials. Sabi doon sa BI, wag, hindi nyo pwedeng dalhin ang aming mga teachers. Sabi ng mga may Armalite, hindi, dadalhin namin sila. Pues, kung ganon, kami sasama din sa inyo. Hindi namin iiwanan ang aming mga teachers. Nagdalawang bangka po sila. Hindi po nila iniwanan yung teachers. Parang nakadalawang gabi sila doon sa marshland. Bumalik po sila on the third day. Wala pong sugat. Wala pong ransom. This is the only kidnapping case where everyone was rescued and no ransom, board, or lodging was ever paid. When I look back at the experience, I tell myself, this is an experience of a whole community showing their kindness. The mothers sharing their malong. The teachers, Christian teachers, risking their lives to teach Muslim students. And the Muslims giving back kindness to kindness that was invested. A whole barangay staying with their teachers because they experienced kindness from them. And at the end of the day, without firing a shot, without paying any ransom, kindness won over greed. and violence. Finally, UMak. Ito na yung ending ko. Ang kwento ko po, puro kwento ng personal experience. Kasama na po dyan yung UMak, yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina. Ang dami po dyang mas magagaling na university. Madami po dyang mas matatandang university. Marami po dyan na sinasabi, they are for reform. UMak lang ang natatanging nagbukas ng inyong pintuan, ng inyong gate sa panibagong reformang K-12 na wala pang naniniwala noon. Kaya sa lahat po ng mga pinupuntahan ko na mga eskwelahan, nung pinag-uusapan pa lang yung K-12, pag tinatanong ako, paano pa ginagawa yan? Puro theoretical lang naman yan. Ang talagang sinasabi ko po dun sa aking presentation, kung di kayo niniwala sa akin, pumunta kayo sa UMak. Kayo sa UMak, simula nung aming pinapag-usapan pa lang ito, inumpisahan na ng UMak, inumpisahan po ninyo ang reforma na malabo pa. Simula noong 2012, almost 5,000 students. You were the biggest institution in the whole country that ever had the courage, the adventurism to start something new. And I know it's not easy. I have been and I sat in some of the faculty workshops where you were doing multidisciplinary curriculum so that you can integrate values with science and with art and blah, 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 blah. You went through the difficult process of talking to your parents and explaining to them until you were able to win them over. And over the last 5 years, you were kind enough to welcome all the other private schools, SUCs, LUCs, who needed to learn something new. I thank you for your kindness because pwede rin pala na hindi lang tao ang maging kind. Midsayap showed me that a community, a barangay, can show kindness and an exchange of kindness. UMak, you showed me that as an institution can also be an initiator of kindness. By June 2016, the whole Philippines will move to the K-12 reform and specifically senior high school. Please write this in your history books that UMak was the only one who dared try when things were still iffy. And for that kindness, the Department of Education and the Philippines owes you a lot. Maraming salamat po. The only remaining assignment is for UMak to ensure that kindness continues. When you come to UMak every morning, may I suggest that you start the day with a smile. Smile to the guards who salute to you. Smile to those who are sweeping the corridors. Smile to your students. Yung mataray na teacher, co-teacher, smile pa rin. Di ba? Saka smile nyo, mababago din yun. Kasi mahirap magalit nung sa nakasmile. Try it. Try getting mad at someone who is smiling. Pag yung boss nyo galit sa inyo, try smiling. Huwag naman yung ngiting aso. Baka mabigyan kayo ng violation report niya. No? But a smile that comes from the sincerity of one's heart. Second, simple. Look out for the student whom you think is at the edges. Talk, smile, that will mean a lot. UMak, you have been a model for us and for the country. With your kindness, I hope we will be able to return the favor. But this I am sure, this Christmas will mean so much more to me especially, because I will remember the kindness that you have shown us. Maligayang Pasko po sa inyo lahat.